Hello everyone, and welcome back to Andy Styles. My name is Lee, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. What we're looking at today is a Singer 4452 heavy duty sewing machine. And so we knew we wanted to add something to Andy Styles, but we really didn't know which direction to go in. So after doing some research, I said, well, let's go into the direction of maybe sewing or altering some items and then customizing those and doing those also. So looked at a couple of sewing machines, and the main manufacturers out there is going to be Singer and Brother, and those are basically the ones for the home. And then if you step up a little bit, there's some other models that are more on the professional side. But we wanted something that was, strong enough that if we decide to do something with denim, it would be able to, handle it without any problem. And so that's why we chose this one. And so I think I got it from Amazon. I'm almost pretty sure I did, and I can put a link below. But let's take a look at it and let's see what's in the box. I will say, would like you to take a moment, and if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the little bell so that you do receive notifications. We try to release at least 2 videos on a weekly basis. So we try to keep the content out. Comment below, like the video. If you have any questions or if you want to see a certain thing in some of the videos, be sure to either put it in the comment section, or you can drop us a line to our email. Okay, so let's back to the sewing machine here. So the first thing we have is it actually came with a little bag with safety instructions, and it's very important. A lot of people, I think, sleep on safety, but I will say it's very important that when you're sewing that you wear some type of safety glasses. I know some people wear reading glasses or whatever, or they have prescription glasses, but just make sure that you have some type of eye protection. Needles have been known to break, or you could be using an implement or something, and what you don't want to happen is for something to break and then it actually goes into your eye, and that can be very dangerous. And actually, we're really big on safety here, and you'll see a lot of times you'll see us spray painting things or working with certain chemicals or working with power tools. I will tell you that do not skimp on your safety. Make sure you have safety glasses. Make sure you have some type of mask when you're working with certain materials, or if you're sanding to keep particulates and things from getting in your lungs. Okay, so after the safety card, one thing I'm going to tell you is that this sewing machine doesn't have a manual. It doesn't come with a paper manual per se inside the box. Okay, so have a little plastic bag here, and it has just everything with the exception of the foot pedal, which I'll show, that comes with it. And here's the foot pedal and power adapter, and they're in their own little separate bag, but we'll go through all that. Let's take a look here at the machine and kind of look at some dimensions of it. So get a tape measure here, and we're just going to look at a couple of dimensions. First of all, we look across the front, and it is right at about 15 inches in length. Not too bad, doesn't take up a lot of space. And as far as the width of it, you see it's right about 6 inches, so about half a foot. Not too bad either. And especially if you don't have much space, or if you're using your kitchen table to sew or alter things, you know, it's a perfect size. Height is gonna come right about 12. And the reason why I say 12 inches because you have some things that stick out, you know, from the top of it. So if you're trying to find a cabinet or something to put this in, you know, while you're not using it, you need to be mindful that it does have things that can't be bent or knocked over. Okay, and it has a removable extension, which also doubles as a storage case for some of these accessories that you can just put right there in the front. I think most of them, a couple of, you know, the feet and some of the other tools will fit right there in front of, you know, that extension that you can take off. These little arrows. Okay, so you'll see these little arrows. They're all around, and they're basically threading guides. And so they are what you're going to use when you're actually threading the machine. And so they start over at the spool holder. They start there, and then you can actually, you know, see them, and they're actually numbered, so you can see them as they, you know, guide you along to thread, you know, the machine. Very important that you follow those to keep from having any issues or anything jamming, which is, you know, of course you don't want that to happen. So a couple of dials and things on the front. Well, first thing we'll look here, it is the pattern selector dial. That's where you can actually select different stitches. Then you have the stitch width dial. Oh, I'm sorry, the stitch length dial. Sorry about that. And the other you have on the front is the reverse, and that's basically to make sure you lock your stitches at the end. Up top we have some other dials. Let's see, starting off here we have this little dial here that can only be turned like really a screwdriver, is the presser foot pressure adjustment. Then we have a tension dial, needle position dial, and stitch width. Neat little handle to pick it up. I would always use the handle and another hand to hold it. Bottom bobbin threader. And let's look at the back. On the back, you're going to have a couple of things. One, we're going to have the hand wheel. Then this little thing, like I said, once again, you move it with a screwdriver. That's going to be the buttonhole stitch balance adjustment slot. Then we have the power light and switch, and the main plug for the power socket and the foot pedal. And we're going to move the presser foot lifter up, and there's a coupon in here so you can get some neat stuff from Singer.com at 25% off. Gotta use that. Don't know what I'm gonna get. Gonna get something. And then there is a quick start guide, and basically prepares you to be able to use the sewing machine. And that's one thing they did print, so you can use that. And it's also online also. So it talks about threading the top thread. So that's a lot of interesting information. We'll turn it around to, let's see, go back to the front here. And so the first thing that's in a little accessory bag here is going to be a cover. Now, I'm going to go through this accessory bag and you're going to hear me talk about it. I think a lot of stuff is neat, but just to tell you the kind of material this cover is, it's basically just a dust cover. That's all it is, and it's made out of like the same material that those reusable grocery bags are made out of. It's kind of like a woven type material. That's what it's made out of. So I plan to get a case for this, and mainly probably a case that we can actually, if we have to travel with or carry it around, do that. So this first thing here, that is basically a buttonhole foot. So that's neat. Like I said, you do have some things that come with it. These are some needles. There's actually 5 of them, 5 number 16 needles. And that is a spool pin felt, kind of like make sure it rotates freely. This is a walking foot, and it actually comes with it. Then we have a, oops, drop that here. It's actually a spool holder, so that's included. And here are another set of needles. This is actually 3 number 14 needles, and we'll get into all that, selecting different types of needles. So we'll save all of this stuff, for later. And let's see, this is actually a clearance plate. Like I said, don't be too concerned with some of these if you're not familiar with them, because I promise you in another video we'll go over this. This little thing here, it's a brush and a seam ripper. Probably the perfect time to tell you that most of these tools in here, I'm probably going to replace. This right here is a edge and quoting guide, but like that little seam ripper and the little brush, you kind of want something that's a little more effective than that comes with it. This right here is an auxiliary spool pin, comes with it. That is a zipper foot, right? And plastic bobbin. There's 3 of them actually, so we'll see a few also. Yep, there's another one. And I'm not sure if this can use the plastic bobbins and the metal bobbins, but we'll find out. It's a button sew-on foot. And another bobbin. Like I said, it's 3 plastic ones in there. This is a non-stick foot. If you're using materials that, sticky or whatever, or that grab. And it's a little spool holder. Yep. And this is why I want my own tools. Yeah, that's a screwdriver. Yeah, so definitely. And I'm pretty sure I saw a tool kit that they have. If not, I may just put my own tools, together. That's just how I am. And let's open up this. It's the power cord and the foot pedal. And it also has like a little instruction booklet on it. And it's a plastic foot pedal, but like I said, it also serves as the power cord also. So I'm not sure what other options they have for foot pedals. I know my mom's sewing machine, it didn't actually have a foot pedal. It had a switch that was on like the side of her, what is it, a cabinet that she actually had with it. My mother used to sew a lot of things when I was growing up. Funny story, I actually ruined one of her sewing machines. I have to tell that story. I'm sure she'll laugh. Let's just say sewing machines aren't piggy banks. That's what I'll say. So that's the unboxing of the Singer Heavy Duty 4452. As I said, if you had any questions, please put in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the little bell so you get the updates. And so in the next, few weeks, we are going to put this thing through its paces. Maybe, try to learn some things, teach you some things. So I think it's going to be really exciting. All right. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and thank you for viewing.